Ever had a gut feeling that turned out to be right? What if that sensation wasn't just coincidence, but an actual sixth sense? In this video, we'll dive into the science behind this mysterious ability, exploring whether humans really have a sense beyond the usual five. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about perception. The traditional five senses. A quick recap. Before delving into the possibility of a sixth sense, it's essential to understand the five primary senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. These senses allow us to interact with and interpret the world around us. Sight allows us to detect light, shapes, and colors, while hearing helps us perceive sounds. Touch enables us to feel pressure, temperature, and pain. Taste allows us to distinguish flavors, and smell detects airborne chemicals. However, some researchers argue that this list is incomplete, as it overlooks other critical sensory systems, such as proprioception, the sense of body position, and vestibular sense, the sense of balance. These additional senses are vital in how we interact with our environment and maintain our equilibrium. Neuroscientists are increasingly recognizing the importance of these lesser-known senses, particularly in understanding neurological and psychological conditions like vertigo and synesthesia. Proprioception, the overlooked sense. Proprioception, often referred to as the body's sixth sense, is the ability to sense the position and movement of our limbs without directly looking at them. This sense enables us to perform tasks like walking or typing without constant visual guidance. A study by the École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne explored how the brain integrates signals from muscles to create a cohesive sense of body position and movement. The research suggests that our brains prioritize understanding body movement and position by integrating distributed muscle spindle input. Beyond humans, animals, and their unique senses, the animal kingdom offers fascinating examples of sensory capabilities that extend beyond human perception. For instance, geckos have been found to possess an auditory sixth sense. Researchers at the University of Maryland discovered that geckos use the saccule, a part of their inner ear traditionally associated with balance, to detect low-frequency vibrations. This ability allows them to sense vibrations traveling through mediums like the ground or water, providing insights into how animals hear and feel their surroundings. The human sixth sense. Intuition or extrasensory perception. In psychology, the term sixth sense is often associated with extrasensory perception, encompassing abilities like telepathy, clairvoyance, and precognition. While these phenomena have fascinated people for centuries, scientific evidence supporting their existence remains elusive. Recent studies on intuition, however, suggest that what many perceive as a gut feeling might be the brain processing subtle cues and patterns unconsciously. Research from the University of California, Los Angeles, reveals that the human brain constantly receives sensory data, even if we aren't consciously aware of it, allowing us to sense danger or predict outcomes based on previous experiences. This phenomenon, known as priming, occurs when the brain uses prior knowledge to make rapid decisions. In some cases, this intuitive ability may appear as if we have a sixth sense, but it's really our brain's sophisticated pattern recognition at work. Neuroscientists argue that intuition is the brain's way of shortcutting lengthy decision-making processes, which is why it sometimes feels like we are receiving information from an unknown source. Cultural perspectives on the sixth sense. Throughout history, various cultures have recognized the concept of a sixth sense. In many spiritual and religious traditions, it's seen as a gateway to higher consciousness or divine knowledge. In Hinduism, the concept of the third eye is often linked with the ability to perceive beyond the physical world, while in Buddhism, certain monks train to develop heightened intuitive abilities through meditation and mindfulness. For centuries, psychics and clairvoyants have claimed to possess a special connection to this sixth sense, which they use to foresee future events or communicate with spirits. A study in the Journal of Psychology and Spirituality explored how different cultural contexts influence belief in extrasensory perception. The study found that in some regions, like Southeast Asia, ESP is seen as a natural ability that is nurtured through practice, whereas in Western cultures, it is often dismissed as pseudoscience. These cultural beliefs underline the ongoing fascination with the idea that humans might have abilities that transcend the traditional five senses. The role of technology in enhancing human senses. Advancements in technology have led to the development of devices that can augment human sensory capabilities, effectively creating a technological sixth sense. Wearable technologies, such as smartwatches and augmented reality glasses, allow users to detect environmental factors like ultraviolet light, air quality, and even pollution levels, information our natural senses cannot easily perceive. For instance, a recent development in AR technology enables visually impaired individuals to see by using haptic feedback, translating visual information into tactile sensations. Additionally, biomedical engineering has advanced to the point where scientists are experimenting with devices that stimulate the brain directly to enhance sensory processing. However, this raises ethical concerns about how much reliance we should place on these technological enhancements and whether they will erode our natural sensory abilities over time. There is also concern that individuals could become increasingly dependent on devices for basic sensory tasks, potentially leading to cognitive and behavioral changes. The neuroscience behind the sixth sense. Recent studies have explored the brain regions involved in processing sensory information that might contribute to a sixth sense. The posterior parietal cortex, a region located near the top of the brain, plays a critical role in integrating sensory information, such as visual, auditory, and tactile inputs. A study from the University of Cambridge explored how this brain region is activated in people who report experiencing heightened intuition or the ability to sense the right decision in uncertain situations. This brain area helps us process spatial awareness and is crucial in coordinating body movements. The study also found that individuals with damage to this region may experience a breakdown in their ability to sense body position or make intuitive judgments, leading to problems with balance and decision-making. Neuroscientists are now exploring how this and other regions of the brain work together to provide a coherent understanding of the world. The research suggests that what we perceive as a sixth sense may, in fact, be an intricate web of brain functions working together to process and integrate various forms of sensory information. The sixth sense in the animal kingdom. Beyond geckos, other animals exhibit remarkable sensory abilities. Hadida ibises, for example, use a sixth sense known as remote touch to detect vibrations in the soil, which they use to locate buried insects. This ability is linked to the bird's highly developed sense of hearing, but it is also a form of magnetoreception, as they can feel vibrations and movements through the ground. Researchers at the University of Cape Town published a study showing how ibises can detect even minute vibrations from a distance of several meters. This ability helps them forage for food in environments where prey is buried underground, giving them a significant evolutionary advantage. Similarly, elephants use infrasound to communicate over vast distances, with their sixth sense allowing them to pick up on subtle environmental cues and even feel the vibrations of other elephants miles away. These cases emphasize the variety of sensory capabilities animals have that humans may never fully comprehend. The sixth sense and human health. The concept of a sixth sense also extends to health, particularly in the form of intuition about one's well-being. A survey by The Sun found that 77% of women believe they possess a sixth sense or strong intuition regarding their health, with their gut feelings being accurate 68% of the time. This phenomenon is often linked to the brain's ability to process subtle environmental cues and physical signals from the body. In some cases, individuals report feeling off or sensing something wrong before medical tests confirm the issue. A study conducted at the Mayo Clinic explored how patients often experience a sense of knowing when something is wrong with their health, leading them to seek medical attention earlier. This heightened sensitivity may be a result of the brain integrating past experiences and current sensory information, allowing us to make subconscious health assessments. Do humans have a sixth sense? While the idea of a mystical sixth sense remains in the realm of fiction, scientific research reveals that humans possess additional sensory capabilities beyond the traditional five senses. Proprioception and the ability to detect subtle environmental cues demonstrate that our sensory experience is more complex than previously understood. As science continues to explore the boundaries of perception, our understanding of the human senses will undoubtedly expand, potentially uncovering abilities that once seemed like the stuff of science fiction. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mystery of the sixth sense, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating content. If you have any thoughts or experiences related to intuition or the sixth sense, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more videos, and until next time, keep exploring the unknown.